Hello. Hi everyone, how are you doing? Hope you're staying safe. We're gonna have an interview with a white team representative for the student government. She's Adimar, so we're just waiting for her to join. Hello. You're gonna get to know her better, hopefully, and we'll discuss some topics that were discussed in the debate and need to be made clearer if that's possible. So stay here to see the white team. Just waiting for her. We'll see. I'm really nervous. I'm really sorry. I'm not really used to this. Hi. Oh, loads of people joining. Can you hear me? Yeah, right? Probably. Hi. Are you going to join with the white team Instagram or your personal one? Okay. Personal, okay, so I'll wait for the request, that's fine. It won't be too long. Hey. So you've just joined. You need to request to join the live video, I think. Yeah, you request and I'll accept and we'll both appear, hopefully. Oh, everyone's like, hi everyone. Okay, so what am I doing? Oh god, no. Okay. Go live with God. Okay. Here. Intro. Why isn't it working? I can't go back. Okay. How do I request? I think it should appear. But like, let's do it. It should appear. Hang on. I go live with and I can choose you, Adimar. Add. I hate technology. Sorry. Hi.
Perfect. Hi. Okay. Hi. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. This is all new technology for me.
Yeah, me too. I've never really done this properly.
Yeah,
So,
same.
this is Adimar. You're Adimar. You're representing the white team, right?
Mm-hmm. Correct. Yeah.
And you're running for president.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm running for president.
Okay. So tell us a bit about yourself. So like the people can get to know their potential president.
Okay, perfect. My name is Adimar. I'm from Puerto Rico. Unlike IE students, I've lived in Puerto Rico my entire life. But I have had the chance to travel a lot because my parents started working with Doctors Without Borders ever since I was little. So we used to like go to different countries and stuff. So I've had that experience. What else? I study international relations. I started in Segovia, but now I'm in Madrid, and I'm 20 years old as of now. And I turned 21 in May 20th. So I'm excited. Yeah, I'm really excited.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's a little bit about me. You can later ask me more questions.
Yeah. You're in Puerto Rico right now?
No, I'm in Madrid because I couldn't get a flight back home, and I adopted a puppy here in Spain, and she still needs the papers and stuff. So hopefully I get to go back home on the 12th of May.
Oh, do you think you'll be able to?
Yes, because the thing is, since Puerto Rico is part of the U.S. To a certain extent, they started sending out, how do you say, contacting like the people with U.S. citizenship here, so in order to help us to get to our homes and stuff.
Yeah.
So they contacted Iberia, and thanks to Iberia, I get to go with a direct flight to Puerto Rico, hopefully.
That's so nice. Yeah. Are you on your own? Are you quarantining on your own?
Yes, I'm quarantining on my own with my puppy. So it has been a little bit of a challenge, but the good thing is that we have technology to contact family members and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah. So what have you been doing this quarantine? Like, have you baked? Because everyone seems to be baking.
No, unfortunately, I'm not much of a cooking expert. No, I've tried. I cook for myself, of course, but been doing trying to be productive with schoolwork. And I don't know, watching series like Toy Boy, Casa de Papel, stuff like that. So yeah, kind of
And I'm
like
sure
chilling.
you've also been really busy with the student government elections.
Yes, of course. Of
Yeah.
course. We've been in Zoom meetings almost all the time. Our WhatsApp is always like, hey guys, we need to do this, we need to do that. So people can see that we're still active nevertheless.
Yes. Why did you decide to run for the student government?
Okay, so I decided to run for student government because it was something that for me felt that I needed to do in a sense, because there's a lot of people that have not feel represented by IE or the student or the previous student governments, and I just decided to take the risk and go for it. And it was something that I used to do back at home. I always participated in either the honor society or the student council and stuff. So I decided, why not do it here? And I chose the best people I could choose to help me with that.
Nice. And yeah, how did you decide to, like, who would be a good candidate for your team?
So something about me, I am an observer. When I meet somebody, I tend to like read them in a way that I don't know how to explain it. But when I met these people, I saw that they were qualified and that they were people that you could empathize with and people that did wanted to make a change. So what I did was like, hey, do you want to be part of student government? This is the platform I want to run with, which is transparency and honesty. And they were okay with it. And I don't know, I couldn't have picked the best team to work with because they're all so different and so passionate about different things that as a team we are compatible.
Nice. And obviously you have a lot of proposals. One of them is to be blunt with the administration, and you talk about
Yes.
transparency and honesty. Do you think that being so blunt and upfront with the administration of IE is gonna help you in any way? Like, how is that gonna be effective?
So I guess to clarify, I wouldn't use the word blunt specifically, but I used it in the sense that we want them to kind of internalize that there are some things that they need to adapt to because they are new with the whole undergrad programs. They have been known well for their master school and they have done so pretty well. And the reason why we want to be direct with administration is because, sorry for the sound, that's my little dog playing with the toys. So the reason why I said blunt was because there is a way in which IE has worked, and we've seen that it has not, and many students can vouch for that. And what we want to do is be as direct and honest as possible and say, Mira, this is not working. We should look for new ways of implementation, and then they should then open themselves to hear what everybody has to say. So we just want to kind of like make a better and clear path for students to communicate with them and be as direct as possible as to what we want implemented in the university.
And do you think the administration is going to like respond in a good way to that, or not?
I think so. Of course, like we're gonna do it with respect and as professional as possible, of course, because we know that, yes, they are professionals in their fields and they know what to do in certain situations. We're not devaluing their efforts, but we're just wanting them to kind of think in the perspective of a student, not as an administrative member or as already built professional. They need to go back and say, hey, I can empathize with that because as a student I would have liked that. That's what we want to do.
Yeah. And linking to that, in the debate that you had a few days, 2 days ago?
Yeah, 2 days ago. Thursday.
You received a lot of criticism regarding the transportation between campuses.
Yeah.
Because some people argued that I already pays for some of the transportation from one campus to another. And what would you have to like add to that list of things that I offers? And how will you like contact the companies, and how will you make it possible with the companies?
Okay, so seeing as we want to establish cross collaboration with clubs like the Law Society and students that know exactly how to approach sponsors and whatnot, what we want to do is that with Renfe and all these automobile companies, bus and stuff, we want to kind of make a different and subsidize thing for students to be able to maybe get like a transportation card that's attached to IE, and then they could, in order to, same as when your parents give you the money at the beginning of the month, they can then pay for like that card to have money for the entire month. That way they can also budget, but then add to that the discounts that Renfe already offers, but in a way try to help the Segovia tourism as well, because I know that many students from Madrid haven't had the chance to go to Segovia, only in orientation week, the first day of the ceremony. So we also want to have everybody to experience both campuses. I mean, you are going to see today in our Instagram live that we're going to do at 6 p.m. As well. And my colleagues will further on. I know Adam Rose could tell you how exactly we're going to make that connection, but that's the effort that we want to make, just to have like a more, how do you say, simple way to get these kinds of discounts, and for students then to budget themselves in order to visit wherever they want to go.
Yeah, I think that could also aid to unite the two campuses, because normally when the student government election comes around, they say that they want to unite the campuses because they don't seem like they're so close. So that could also, I guess, help.
Yeah, that's what we want to do. Because also, one of the things I did this year was found I Engages Club. And I Engages Club was founded with that in mind. Because as somebody that began in Segovia and knows the Segovian atmosphere and how united it is, because it's such a little town, and I guess you're kind of forced to interact with everybody. They know when you take out the trash. They know what you wear wherever you go. Like people know. So I guess what we want is that have that same feel in Madrid, and that's why we want to do more initiatives in Madrid, and then also have IE students maybe take seminars in Segovia and vice versa, so students can feel like they own both campuses, not just like identify with just one.
Nice. You also talked in the debate, and as one of your proposals, about housing bureau.
Yeah.
And can you give us some insight into it? Like, will it? How will it? Like,
how will it work?
Help students? Yeah, and what powers will it have?
Okay, so the housing bureau was something that was already been trying to the current student government was trying to implement, especially by Mateo de la Palma. It was an initiative. I'm sorry, that he began, and I mean, what we want to do is same, and I emphasize on this with the cross collaboration with students. We want to establish this bureau to kind of give students the help and the aid in order to find where they could potentially live as well, and not have people, especially like the realtors in Segovia, kind of force themselves at students. We want to then have students have a comfortable kind of communication with this bureau, and this bureau would be led by students at IE with other of course we would need to make contacts with other enterprises, and we want then before a student signs a contract, we want it to be reviewed, so it's not like a biased contract towards the realtor, and for it to be like kind of the transparency, so students and parents especially know what they're signing at the end of the day, because for example, for me, there was not this transparency. We were just told, hey, sign the contract so you can reserve the place before it's too late, because then all the apartments in Segovia will be taken and you'll be like way too far from uni.
Yeah.
And because of that, we were forced to sign the contract so fast that at the end of the day, we didn't read like the tiny letters, and that is always not good, because then if you don't know what it's on the down low, I don't know, you have a disadvantage if the owner says, hey, you can do this, you can do that. So that's what the bureau is for, and also for students when they come to Madrid.
Yeah, I think Madrid is a hard place to find an apartment that's
Yeah.
good enough and that is close to you, to uni and everything. And who will be part of this group? Like, will students take part? Sorry.
Yes, of course. When we establish the bureau, there will be, of course, interviews to see who's qualified for it. But we want to do it, like I said, with the cross collaboration with Law Society, as they're more experts in this. They know how to read contracts already. They know what exactly goes on into making a contract. So we just want to identify these law students that could then help us create that bureau, and also not only law students but also students in general, because we want them to students to also have a peer support as they move into these new apartments, also maybe people that can help them move in as well, so it would be like a whole thing, a new organism, I guess.
Yeah,
within
nice.
IE.
And obviously, we've mentioned that we're in quarantine. Most of us are in quarantine all around the world. You're with your dog.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Can you show your dog?
Yes, I can.
Yes, please.
If she is so like, she is so hyper.
How long have you had her for?
I adopted her okay. Woo! I adopted her these past few months. This
She's
is
so
Mirai. Yeah, she's still a puppy. She's shedding all her teeth and hair, and that's what she's biting everywhere.
Oh, and are you gonna be able to take her back home in May when you go back?
Yes. She already has her own passport. She had the vaccines for rabies and stuff. But I'm just missing the oh my god, the official certificate from the vet that she's good, and then I have to go to the Ministry of Agriculture here, so they can sign it as well, and yeah, we're good to go. And she's traveling in the cabin with me as well, so we're gonna.
How long is the flight? Because it's gonna be long for her to be on a plane.
Yeah, it's gonna be 8 hours, but the good thing, since she's in the cabin with me, she's gonna be in the cabin with me. I'm gonna be like super attentive with her. And also the veterinarian gave me this little essential oils for them to like kind of relax as well. So I know she'll be fun. Of course, it's my first time traveling with a dog as well. So, and I don't like planes at all. So it's gonna be like a new adventure for both of us.
So obviously that this is happening. The pandemic is happening. Most of the countries are in lockdown. If this continues in September, how are you gonna translate your community building that you're promising to the students online?
So, like I mentioned in the debate, there's a lot of good platforms out there that we can take advantage of. Not only, well, I know the university will provide us with Adobe, but there's also Zoom as well, and Skype and all of these things. And what we want to do is that if there's a potential chance that we can't rejoin physically in the upcoming year, we just want everybody to have access to these platforms, of course, and then plan out at least like 100-day plan where we could then meet throughout the days and then plan out the press conference that we want to make. And even though if we get chosen to be student government and we're back home and we're still in quarantine over the summer, I can attest to the fact that we will be in contact to plan out these plans as well. Like, it's not something that, well, since it's online, we're just gonna lay back and not do anything. Like, we are gonna take advantage of the situation. And at the end of the day, we're always talking about innovation, technology, and how technology is gonna, I guess, be an essential part for our lives. And we can see that with this example. So I don't think it would be a challenge or a problem to get the IE community connected. I feel like it would be something that people would like, in a certain sense, to experience, and I think that should experience as well. So I don't think there would be a problem.
I mean, it'd be preferred if we went back, and I
obviously
pray that we go back.
Because
I personally don't enjoy online classes. I don't know about you.
I don't either, but I mean, at least we're getting the chance to continue in our education no matter what. I know it's frustrating for everybody, for us students, for the administration, for professors, etc. But at least they're giving us that opportunity to not get behind schedule. Like most of the universities here in Spain, like they're gonna have their exams in July, so they're not gonna have a summer either. So I mean, it's a weird situation, but of course I hope to see everybody again physically and to talk to people and have them in front of me, and I don't know, hug all my friends, go dancing, do what a normal person would do. So,
yeah, it's all very weird at the minute, and I really hope that we go back. So I hope the situation gets better. But anyway, thank you. Is there anything you want to say before we
end? Well, something I want to say was stay tuned to our page, guys. Tell your friends as well. We're going to be answering also questions based on our experiences at IE, our dislikes, and what we like as well. So stay tuned to our platforms and ask us any questions. And trust me, if you need somebody to talk to during quarantine, you can contact us as well. We are approachable people, and even though we are professionals, we want you to know that you can empathize with us, and yeah, we're glad to have this opportunity.
Thank you so much for joining, and yeah, good luck. And stay safe.
Yes, same to you
too, because you're on your own.
yes.
So, and enjoy your quarantine with your dog.
Thank you. Thank you.
And have a safe flight home in a few days.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much. Well, stay safe, guys, and thank you so much, Ines.
All right, thank you. So, guys, we will be live again at 5 interviewing the black team, I think. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you at 5.